Good morning, students. Today we will conduct the RC lag compensator network experiment. So the aim of the experiment is to design a passive RC lag compensating network for the given specifications, namely the maximum phase lag and the frequency at which it occurs. Right. So here we will be designing the RC lag compensating network for the maximum phase lag of around 30 degree at a frequency of around 1 kilohertz. Okay. So once the circuit is designed and it is conducted, and we will be verifying the frequency response and the phase response. This is a circuit diagram of the lag compensator. So before going into the circuit diagram, let me just tell what is a lag compensator network or RC lag compensator network. RC lag compensator network consists of a circuit of resistance and capacitance. Right? It is called as lag compensator because the output lags the input by some angle. Therefore, it is called as the RC lag compensator network. In the previous experiment, we have studied in detail what is compensation, right? What is lead, what is lag. Okay. So here RC lag compensator network means the output will lag the input by some angle. This is the circuit diagram. So in this circuit diagram, there are three components. There are two resistances and one capacitance. So resistance R1 is connected in series with R2 and R2 in series with capacitance. The input signal is connected between one end of resistance R1 and one end of capacitance C, and the output is taken across the series combination of R2 and C. So this is how the circuit connections are. So here I will be explaining as to how the different components are connected in the circuit, right? So here there are three components. This is R1, this is R2 and this is C as per our circuit diagram. So here we have R1, R2 and C, right? So one end of R1 is connected to one end of R2. So here I have connected, this is one end of R1 is connected to one end of R2, right? Then another end of R2 is connected to the one end of capacitance. So another end of R2 is connected to one end of the capacitance. This is the decayed capacitance box. These two are the decayed resistance boxes and this is the decayed capacitance box. Okay, for the capacitance to be included in the circuit. Then the one end of R1, here you can see one end of R1 is connected to the input, then the ground is connected to another end of the capacitance. So here I have connected one end of the resistance, this I have connected to the input, right, to the input, that is the CRO here, this is the first channel I have connected, then the other end is taken from another end of the capacitor, here it is. So this is connected to the ground, you can see here, I have made a junction of all the ground connections, right. Then this is about the input, and the input is given from the signal generator. So I am connecting the signal generator in parallel with that of the CRO input terminal. Okay, so I have connected this in parallel. You can see here, I have connected this in parallel here. Fine. Then connecting about the output to the circuit. So output is taken from the CRO. So second channel that is connected to the series combination, that is one end of R2, the first end of R2. Then another one is connected to the ground. This is the ground connection. Here I have made the junction. Fine, students. So this is how we are connecting the different components. That is the CRO for checking the input and the output waveforms. Then the different components in the circuit, that is two resistances R1 and R2 and the capacitance, and the signal generator to provide the input signal to the circuit. Right. This is about the circuit connections and the components as to how they are connected in the circuit. Here we are, students, with the conduction of the RC lag compensator circuit. Right. So first let us check the this is our signal generator from where we are getting the input signal. So it is around 600 Hz, right? So I have maintained the frequency of around 600 Hz. So the frequency is how much? 600 Hz. So for 600 Hz frequency, we will note down the readings of the output voltage, Lissajous figure B and A. Then we will calculate the phase angle from the formula sin inverse of B by A. Then we will find the output in dB, that is 20 log V naught by V in. Right? So let us check all these parameters here. So this is our first channel input. This is our first channel input here, right? So it is at 1 plus 1, 2 division. So it is 2 into 1, 2 volts peak to peak. Okay. So input I have maintained constant at 2 volts peak to peak. So for this particular input and for the frequency of 600 Hz, we will check what is the output. So output is here, right? Let's check the ground connection of this, it is correct. So slightly vary it. Okay. Now we will take the reading of the output voltage. So how much is the output voltage here? We will x shift, so it is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.7 approximately, 0.7, and below the ground axis, how much it is, x shift 0.7, that is also around 0.8, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.8, so 0.8 plus 0.7, approximately 1.5. So the output is 1.5 volts peak to peak. Okay, then we'll note down the B and A for the Lissajous pattern. This is the Lissajous pattern. X shift it to get exactly the center. Then check once the settings of 0 adjustment, ground them, bring it to the exactly at the center, X shift. Okay, so once it is adjusted here, then release the ground switch. Now we'll take the readings of the Lissajous pattern. So on the here, this is our Lissajous pattern. Okay, so this is our Lissajous pattern. So this is where it is this is our A, and here where it cuts is, this is our B. So the smaller one is B, the larger one is A. Okay, so now let us check this. Just take shift, right? So now we can take the readings. So it is 1 plus 1, 2, right? It is 2 here. 1 plus 1, 2. So the larger one, that is A, is 2. What about B? Okay, so B is how much? Let us take the B. So it is 0.4, 0.6 plus 0.5, it is 1.1. Okay, let us check it once again. So it is around 0.5, 0.6, and this is 0.3, 0.9 approximately. It is 0.9, so this is 0.9. Okay, we'll calculate the phase angle for this later. Let us take for one more frequency, that is around 900 Hz. Around 900 Hz. Right? So for 900 Hz, we'll adjust the frequency, vary the frequency here till it is 900 Hz. So approximately 900. Okay, so approximately 900 Hz. So for 900 Hz, approximately 902 it is. First note down the output voltage. So how much is the output voltage here? Just check with the ground settings. Y shape. Okay, then release it. Now take the readings. So how much is the amplitude here? So it is 0.6, below is also 0.6, so it is 1.2, 0.6. Above you can see here it is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, below is also 0.6. Okay, so it is 1.2. So it is 1.2 volt peak to peak. Now what about B and A? Let us calculate B and A. So keep it in XY mode. If you want the Lissajous pattern, it has to be in the XY mode. Okay, keep it in XY mode here. Okay. So first adjust for the ground. So it is set to the ground here. So once it is set to the ground, then I make the X adjustment, release it. So it is 1. So you can see here, this is 1.1, approximately you can take it as 1. So below is also 1. Okay, So 1.1, this is 1, it is approximately 2 volts. So it is 2 volts, sorry, 2 divisions. Okay, that is the A. Then B is how much? You can see here 0.5 plus 0.5, upper 0.5, below 0.5, so it is 1. So it is 1. The next part we will make the calculation. We have taken 2 readings here, right? One for 600 Hz, another for 900 Hz. Let us do the calculation part. So for 600 Hz, we got the output voltage is 1.5 volts peak to peak with the input voltage maintained at 2 volt peak to peak constant. B is 0.9 and A is 2. So how much will be the phase angle? So we know the angle, that is the formula for phase angle is given by sine inverse of B by A. Sine inverse of B by A. So that is sine inverse of, right, how much is the angle B? It is 0.9, this divided by 2. So if we calculate sine inverse of B by A, so shift sine inverse of, that is 0.9 divided by 2. So we get it how much? 26.74. So this will come out to 26.7436 degrees. Okay. Then next is we have to calculate the output in dB, 20 log V0 by Vin. So that will come out to 20 log of V0 is how much? V0 is 1.5, this divided by 2 volt peak to peak. Okay, so this is how much? Minus 2.4987. So that is what I have written here, minus 2.49877. Okay, in dB. Similarly, let us calculate for 900 Hz. So for 900 Hz, if we do the calculation, we will get sine inverse of B by 1 by 2, we get 30 degrees, and 20 log, if we perform 20 log 1.2 divided by 2, it will be minus 4.4369. Okay, this is output in dB. Fine. Next we will see the response. How we will get the response here. So this is our response curve. So this is for the magnitude versus frequency. So as the frequency increases here, the magnitude first remains constant, almost constant, then it slowly decreases, then again it decreases to some certain value, and from that certain value it again remains constant. Okay, so this is the nature of graph for the magnitude versus frequency. Similarly, if we consider the phase angle versus frequency, right, even though phase angle whatever we got is positive, but it has to be considered in negative, because the negative phase angle will get only if the difference between the difference between the input and voltage, that is if it is more than 90 degree, right, then it will get the phase angle as negative. Okay, so here we are, even though the phase angle whatever magnitude you got is positive, we have to consider it in the negative side only. So here we are considering it in the negative side. So first it slowly decreases. This is the maximum phase angle at around 900 Hz, we get it 30 degrees, then again it increases. Okay, so this is just opposite to that what we have got for the phase lead compensator network. So this is about the frequency response. This is what is the tabular column is all about. So V in peak to peak is 2 volt peak to peak we are maintaining. Then the different columns is one for frequency, another for output voltage in volts, A and B of the Lissajous pattern, Lissajous figure. Then phi that is phase angle is sine inverse of B by A. Then gain in dB is 20 log V0 by Vin. Okay, so this is all about the conduction of the experiment, right? Then if you have any queries in this experiment, send your queries to us so that we will clarify your queries. Thank you.